Justin again. Today we're just going to talk about my transition from an extreme extrovert to not really an extreme introvert, but an introvert. My whole life, I grew up constantly around people, family members, neighbors, friends, and one year it all changed. All my siblings had moved out together, and I guess kind of lost a lot of my friends, and so being alone was a very scary thing for me, and it was very intense. And every moment alone, I was on my phone trying to find somebody to hang out with because I couldn't stand being alone with myself. At 14, so this happened just before I turned 13. At 14, I started reading really intense books about addictions and a lot of mental abuse and stuff like that. And it took me to a whole different place. I was then depressed and I was cutting myself, and this is not what anybody should be doing. So this has been a problem for me for all my life up until about 8 months ago. Like I said in my first video, I had gotten my first apartment, all to myself. I decorated the walls, I put up things that I wanted. I constantly had happy music going, chill music going, like anything to make me happy, constantly stimulating happiness in my brain. That is when I started liking being alone. And through this time, I've only become more and more independent when it comes to creating my own happiness. And I find not hanging out with people, it's easier to keep that nice balance going in your life with the vibrational frequencies, because you don't have these outside feelings and emotions coming in and wrecking that for you. So you're at a party and everything's going good, and then all of a sudden two people are in a fight, and all of a sudden the whole night is ruined. That doesn't happen when you're alone. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You get to choose what happens. You get to choose how it happens. You get to choose your own emotions, your own feelings, your own thoughts. Nobody else can come into that unless you choose to let them in. That has given me so much peace. I still love helping people and I love talking to people. I'm an introverted extrovert. It's crazy. So I do spend a lot of time here in my paradise. See this? There's my happiness. There's my happy corner. Making everything as I want it, how I want it, when I want it. Also, being alone has given me so much time to think positively after I finally figured out how to change my mind process, my thought process. I've grown so intensely. I've made connections to things that I've never understood my whole life. I've finally made connections to why those things had happened, or maybe what I got out of them, or different things about myself that I never thought I'd understand. Never. And I do now, and it's such a relief, and I feel every day I feel just happy and free and light, and it feels fantastic. And this has made me want to help you guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to put into words how to finally come into yourself and be comfortable with yourself enough that you can actually spend that time by yourself to think, to grow, and to build abundance of happiness, love for self, love for others, understanding of self, understanding of others. I feel like I need my alone time because it helps me recharge. It helps me be myself. When I restrict myself from having that alone time, I just feel crazy. Like, the time I spend with myself is so I don't even know the word. Comforting. I just feel so free. And that's something I never used to feel before. Literally every second was spent on my phone going, who wants to hang out with me? What are you doing? Do you want to do this? Please help me. It was such a desperate scream for help. Desperate scream. And with the friends that I did have, I was constantly wanting to hang out with them. And then I had friends that would tell me that they didn't want to hang out. They prefer to sit at home and do whatever they were doing. And I never understood that. I couldn't fathom the idea of enjoying my time alone. And now I can. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. But learn to love it, because that's where you're going to do the most self-growth possible. Do I feel shameful for being selfish, not hanging out with my friends? No. I can't say I do. I feel bad for the people who don't quite understand why I'm asking for this time to myself. I don't want them to feel like it's because of them and because I don't want to hang out with them. And a lot of people don't understand, as I once did. When you say, no, I'm actually hanging out alone and I'm enjoying it. Thank you. They don't know how to react. They think that it's dumb, but it's really not. So please, if you ask me to hang out, don't take offense if I say no. Alright, like I said, so this is my third video, my second video actually giving any kind of guidance, so please go easy on me. This is not organized. This is not as in-depth as I was hoping for it to be. Kind of just going with the flow. My videos will get better. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and love.